What's good, people? Welcome to the Game Week 23 preview. It's another weekend of Premier League madness, and I'm excited. I think, I'm excited, man. I really just hope that I don't get let down this weekend again. It's been not so good of a year, honestly, especially from my club's point of view. It's like I don't expect us to be on this run of form. Manchester City is just very, very disappointing at the moment. But you know what? This is another game week, and I'm expecting that we come out of it with a win. Obviously, there's a lot of interesting games to look out for. Manchester United versus Arsenal being the biggest and most important game this weekend. You know, they've had a long-term rivalry. Two of the best clubs in the Premier League going head to head. We all know it's going to be interesting. Manchester United have a new manager in Michael Carrick. Arsenal are the best team in the world currently, in my opinion. And yeah, I just know that this weekend is going to be crazy. Manchester City versus Wolves, another very interesting game. Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. It's going to be a very, very tipsy-turvy weekend for sure. I already know that there's going to be a lot of drama, even though my predictions are kind of obvious, but I still feel like there's going to be something. It's the Premier League. You can't expect that there's not something crazy or surprising that is going to happen. So, without further ado, man, let's get straight into it. The first game we're going to be talking about is Arsenal versus Manchester United. This is obviously the biggest game of the game week, the game that everybody is looking forward to, the game that I'm looking forward to because I'm hate watching for sure. I'm definitely hate watching in this match. Michael Carrick, what do you have for me? Like, what can you actually do? You beat a Manchester City side that played absolutely awful against you. But I can't take away how good Manchester United were in that game. They were very, very good. They look like prime Manchester United again. Very good in containing Manchester City and hitting us on the transition. It actually looked like we were seeing the old Manchester United again. And it was a very, very interesting watch. I can't take it away from you guys, even though I feel like Manchester City were very, very bad in that game. Not our standards at all. But then again, all your players are available, at least the most important ones. I think the only person that is not available is Dalit, and he's been very, very good this season for sure. But I think you have every reason and every chance to take a point from this game. And obviously, this is not going to be an easy game at all. Arsenal are obviously going to have more of the ball. They have the home advantage as well. Most of their players are available. In fact, the only player that is not available is Max Dowman. They have Nkapie back. They have Calafiori back. So their left back options are intact. And it's like, their confidence is so high, especially after beating Inter as well. But can you actually hand them a defeat to throw the title race back wide open? Oh boy, I believe you can do it. Oh, please, I'm begging, please. I'll be there, like I promise. Head to head, though, Manchester United have not beaten Arsenal in a game since July 2023. It is now 2026. Manchester United, you are so due. You are so due for a win against Arsenal, and they beat you in your house just like we did. It's revenge time. Lock in, recover, prepare, get ready. You guys are good enough. You are actually good enough. I expect both teams to come in with their strongest sides. I know Arsenal are probably going to have like a Trossard, Gyökeres, Saka, Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard. Obviously a defensive combo of Gabriel and Saliba with Timber. And now that they have Nkapie and Calafiori back, I'm pretty sure they're going to go with Calafiori and then David Raya. But I can't exactly predict how Manchester United is going to line up because there's Sesko, there's Diallo, there's Bermo, there's Cunha. So they're attacking three. I don't know how it is going to be, but I do know that like this game is going to be interesting. I'm predicting a draw in this match. And Manchester United, I feel like you can do something for me here. I really feel like you can do something for me in this game. I'm begging, United, please. Let's go. Let's quickly move into the next game. Manchester City versus Wolves. This is the game I've been actually dying to talk about. Pep Guardiola. There is no other result that makes sense tomorrow than a win. There's absolutely no other result that makes sense tomorrow. Because This team that I'm about to play is the worst in the league. There is no excuses. We've not won a PL game this year. And to me, I even hate saying this because it doesn't make sense to me. For a team that is competing to win the Premier League, it doesn't make sense. I don't care what wants to happen in this game. All I want to be hearing is go ball, go ball, go ball. That's the only thing I want to see on my screen tomorrow. Because it already does not make sense that we don't win a game in the league this season. If we now go and lose or draw, even a draw is not acceptable. I can't even lie. A draw is not acceptable. Because if we go and lose or draw to Wolves, it won't be funny. And this Wolves side, they've been building momentum already because they've not lost a game in their last 6. They've been building a lot of momentum because obviously they've not had a good season at all and they are more than likely going to be relegated. So I don't want it to go and be in this game that we'll go and embarrass ourselves again, because it will be a huge embarrassment if we lose to Wolves in this game or draw. Even a draw is an embarrassment. It won't be funny at all. At all. And it's absolutely appalling how bad we've played in our last 2 games. There is no excuses for the result against Bodo Glimt, and there is no excuses for the way we played against Manchester United. But we move. We move, you know. Can't hold grudges, we move. We can't keep down in our hearts. On to the next game. Fire down. I'm expecting a very fluid game. Pep Guardiola needs to change his tactics, and I'm very, very interested in seeing how he tweaks it in this match. And who he starts tomorrow is very, very important. And I'm just begging. Like, I'm hoping. Like, I don't. They don't even need to tell you twice. Start Maguire, start Kusanov together. Max Ale should have taught you a thing or two. In the last 2 games he has played, he sold in both of them. So he should have taught you a thing or two. I don't see Ake in that left back position. There's no reason why Ake should be playing this match in that left back position. Throw in O'Reilly, throw in Nuri. Any one of them should suffice. I'm just praying and hoping. Now, it's one of my prayers for tonight that Matheus Nunes is fit enough to play this match, because I don't want to see Rico Lewis at all. I really don't want to see Rico Lewis in this match. I beg. The only smart person to throw alongside Rodri is Nico Gonzalez, but he's a doubt for this match, so he's probably not going to start. So just throw in Bernardo or Reinders. Like, well, that's what we can make do with at the moment. I know you have an obsession for Bernardo. Reinders self, he needs to like show that strength. We brought him in to be a box-to-box midfielder, but he's doing the job of a box crusher and not really showing that he has enough strength to go back and forth and compete in the league. But anyways, throw him in there if you can. I don't even know who I'd rather have between Reinders or Bernardo, but any one of them, put them there. In the number 10 position, Foden and Cherky. One thing about Foden is that he needs to sit down on the bench and watch Cherky play that number 10 role. Since he wants to snooze this season, let him go and sit down on the bench and throw Cherky there. But let him play that number 10 role, because that's the only person that can actually connect our midfield to our attack. So I see no reason why Foden should be playing, since he doesn't want to step up. And honestly, he's even morphing into like a David Silva 8/10. But I don't know if him and Cherky can be the ones to play in that midfield for me, because the work Kevin De Bruyne used to do in that midfield for me was it cannot be understated. This guy was a tank, back and forth. And Cherky, I don't know if he gives me that, but his creativity is there, so he needs to be there. And as for, I need to see it on live TV first. I need to see both of them with Rodri playing there on live TV before I know if it can actually work. And it can work in a game against Wolves, I can't even lie. So honestly, if you want to play both of them together, but give me 3 goal scoring attackers, I beg. Play Semenyo, play Haaland, Marmoush. These are our best goal scorers at the moment, and they would be the only ones that I think would be our best goal scoring threats in this match. And I don't know if you can play all of them together. I'm not looking for flair or skills or like, but if Doku plays, no you can throw in Doku. But let me see Semenyo, let me see Haaland or Marmoush or all 3. I would prefer all 3 of them, but if you can't have them, we can't have them. We'll just do the needful, I beg. Let's get this win. We need it. We need it more than anything. Our morale is low. Everybody's morale is low. The fans, our morale is low. The club, the players. Like, I believe they understand the assignment tomorrow, Sha. I just hope. And I'm predicting a City win without a doubt. I never ever choose anything other than that. So, let's see how the game is going to go, man. Inshallah, by God's grace, a win is what we're going to get. Moving on, the next game we're going to be talking about is Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. Crystal Palace have not won a game in their last 10. Wow. I'm I'm surprised. I'm not even surprised because they had Eberechi Eze taken away from them at the start of the season, but they got Yeremy Pino and they were still looking good. Like, but now they've had another one of their backbones plucked away from them in Marguehi. Thank you very much for that, and I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but we need him. Anyways, they're about to or might have another one of their backbones in John Philippe Mateta, who I consider to be one of the best hold-up play strikers in the league. One of the best strikers in the league, point blank period, honestly. He's really good. And I thought he'd be staying till the end of the season, but he's having a lot of links so far to other clubs. Aston Villa, Juventus, like I don't even know if he's going to leave, but I feel like they're definitely throwing Oliver Glasner under the bus with the amount of players they're letting leave. But obviously, Crystal Palace is the type of club that once money comes, you almost have to give up your players. And I feel bad for them because the Crystal Palace that I knew coming into this season, I expected them to have a pretty good season, at least a top 10 finish, maybe even a top 7 finish, because they were actually that good at the start of the season. But anyways, if it was Crystal Palace or before, I would have expected them to actually win this game against Chelsea. But I just think Chelsea have more on the line right now, and I'm very interested in seeing how Chelsea are currently adapting to Leon Rosenau's new tactics. I'm not seeing Cole Palmer this season though, and a lot of people are not talking about the guys going under the radar. B, okay, I did watch on sure my eyes are open like mad. My eyes are open. I think he needs to step up and start being more of an influence on this team. Like, he's been back for some time now. Obviously, he's had a bit of a setback, but you're the best player or one of the best players on this team, because I don't even consider you the best player in Chelsea anymore. I think it's Caicedo. He's been carrying the club on his back. Him and Reece James, they've been carrying them on their back this season, and I just feel like Crystal Palace will definitely be putting up a fight with. They still have some players. Jeremy Pino is there. Ismail Assar is back from the AFCON. Jean-Philippe Mateta will probably still feature in this match. They go Brennan Johnson. Like, they have Watson. They have players. Like, they have players available. As long as they're fit to play, there's still a chance that Crystal Palace cause some damage to Chelsea. And I think this is going to be another very, very interesting game. But I'm predicting it to be a draw. Honestly, it just smells like one of those type of games. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to watch, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one is going to go as well. Let me know in the comments, Chelsea fans, if you think you're going to win this match. The next game we're going to be talking about is Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Bournemouth play Liverpool at home, and they currently sit 15th place in the league. And with the way they started the league this season, I would have thought that they won't be in the position that they are in right now, but they currently find themselves in a position where a huge part of where their goals come from in Antoine Semenyo has been plucked away from them. Thank you so much for that. They've only won one out of their last 5 games, and I just think Liverpool are going to come into this game needing to win it. They've not won a game this year, which they would say, their fans will say that they're on a 13-game unbeaten run, but they've only won 7 out of that 13, and I think it's definitely an improvement from where they've been at some point in the league this last year. But I just think they will come into this game needing to win it. I expect it to be a very, very tough game, especially for Liverpool, because they're coming to Bournemouth's home, and even though they sit 15th, this is the Premier League. Like, it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be a walkthrough for Liverpool, and I expect Bournemouth to be taking the game to them. And it's very likely that Bournemouth even take something away from this game. Like, very, very likely. They actually have a lot of injuries to some of their important players, like Tavernier, like Justin Kluivert, like David Brooks. But I just think that Liverpool, like, they will feel that they also need to pick up points in this match and need to win a game in the Premier League at least this year. So I just feel like I'm predicting Liverpool win. I feel like they will just edge this one out, but let's see how it's gonna go. So yeah, that's the game week 23 preview wrapped up. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm expecting it to be a very very interesting weekend. I think I dropped my predictions for all the games, but just in case I didn't, I'm predicting a Man United Arsenal draw. I'm predicting a Manchester City win. I'm predicting a Liverpool win and a draw for Crystal Palace against Chelsea, which more than likely could very much end up in a Chelsea win. But let's see how the games are going to go. I'm hyped, I'm pumped, I'm ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. And you guys know what to do, man. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me for this sports on all platforms. There's a lot coming this year from us. You're going to be seeing a lot more content, a lot more events, a lot more a lot more things, a lot more products, merchandise, all of that. Just please stay tuned, stay up to date with us, keep following us on all platforms, and I can't wait to be back to tell you guys how I feel about this Premier League game week. I'm just hoping that inshallah Manchester City deliver for me, and if that one happens and Manchester United versus Arsenal, that's another very, very important game that could sway in my favor this weekend. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see how it's going to go, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Safe.